We welcome you back to the Two Guys Named Chris show. We welcome in our man, Dave Aiken.
Hey.
We're just in time for a Can You Cut Him Some Slack? This is an
Superstar edition?
Superstar, and well, international edition as well. The Superstar, it happened in France. Can you cut him some slack? Well, why don't we? You don't know the answer. Biggie knows. You want to play Celebrity High-Low on this celebrity? Now, here's what happened.
Now, wait, before Dave got here, Kelly, you said a sentence that sounded like, what do they call them, the Mad Libs, when you just, it's sort of a nonsensical sentence.
Right.
Do you have it again in front of, can you reread it?
Okay, yes. It was, what celebrity, can you cut him some slack? Our overseas edition, a major celebrity pees in a bottle in a shoe store in France.
Okay. I need a celebrity. I need a type of retail establishment.
Correct, yeah.
I need a bodily function.
I need a European country.
I need a lot.
Now, see if you can guess the celebrity. When we play Celebrity High-Low, you'll guess, and I'll say more famous or less famous. Biggie can help on this.
All right.
So the celebrity was in France in a shoe store and asked, can I use the bathroom? And the owner of the shoe store said, we don't have a bathroom. So he took a plastic bottle, a water bottle, and peed in it and actually sloshed some onto the floor and had his assistant clean it up and then left the shoe store. But the manager, the owner, is saying, I thought that was wrong. You know, so can you
it's
cut him
wrong
some
in
slack?
1,000 ways.
Okay, so...
well, now you gave away some hints.
I know.
there.
Well, it's a
Yes.
male, right? I gave away a
I was
hint.
going to say Taylor Swift.
Okay. Not as famous. I don't... Well, a little bit lower.
Little bit.
A little bit lower. But
Little bit.
Only a little lower.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there was... Well, I shouldn't say anything more. I won't say anything.
And this person has an assistant.
Yeah, I gave away a lot of hints there.
Yeah. God, who would do that, though?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Knoxville.
Much more
Much
famous.
higher.
Much higher.
I mean, who would pee in a store?
Much, much higher than Johnny Knoxville.
And it's assistant / bodyguard, too.
That's right. It's a bodyguard.
Assistant
Yeah,
bodyguard.
that's right. Yeah.
Brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at
Dave,
a
you
loss
wanna
here.
do a
Dave, you wanna
celebrity
play
highlight?
jump in?
Yeah.
I have a guess
Yeah.
because I think he was there not long ago performing. Was it Justin?
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I'm going to say higher than Justin Timberlake.
Higher than Timberlake.
Yeah.
But you're in that.
But you're right there in
yeah.
the stratosphere.
zone?
Yeah, you're really right there. Yeah. There was a time, I would say, this
We've lost Tony Bennett. He might have lost control.
his bowels, his,
his functions.
kidneys.
Is Joe Biden over there?
Lower. Well, maybe higher. There was a time, there probably in his field, there was no hotter person than this person. In fact, I know there was.
And still
today is
recognizable.
enormous.
Yeah.
Not Billy Joel.
Enormous star. Right there.
Right
I'd
there.
say higher. Slightly higher.
There.
Right there. In fact, this is big.
One of the
yeah.
Oasis dudes.
Big. Not one of the higher.
Higher.
Bono.
Higher.
Right about the same.
Tied.
Jagger?
Dave.
Huh?
Jagger?
Slightly.
They're in the U.S.
Slightly lower. I mean, right with Jagger. Right there. Yeah. And in fact,
Who's left? Not Paul McCartney.
slightly lower than Paul McCartney.
Barely.
But close.
I can't believe you.
Ringo.
Frankly, I can't believe you all haven't gotten it. at
Close.
this
I know
point.
you're all around. Oh, you're all around it. And he peed in a.
Steven Tyler.
It is not. I'd say higher than Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
I'd say higher than Steven Tyler. You ready? I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I guess.
Mr. Elton John.
Sir Elton.
Sir Elton John.
I mean, you guys are right there with it.
I thought he was in Atlanta.
He keeps a home in the south of France.
He's in Nice. He's in Nice.
And went to Paris to shop for shoes.
He was in a shoe store in Nice with his 2 sons and his bodyguard. And he said to the owner, I have to use the facilities. And the owner says, I'm sorry, we don't have a bathroom.
Où est le pissoir?
Okay, so
Here, now you do.
so
Set it on the counter.
so Elton John took a water bottle to the side away from customers, peed in it, sloshed some on the floor, told the bodyguard, clean that up, please. He did. He did clean it up. Then he went to the owner and said, I'm going to... Well, the owner went to him and said, we don't do that in here. What do you do for a living? And Elton John said, I'm Elton John. And the owner said, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. And he bought a pair of shoes for each of his sons and took a picture with the owner as sort of a thank you for letting him do that. That is really low, though.
What's over the line?
You can't do that.
That's bordering on nuts.
It's audacity.
You can't do that. That's right.
And well, the picture to me, that's the most bizarre part. Is the picture like, I'll take a picture, me and the boys are like holding up their bags. It was one of the. It was kind of like a wasn't a shoe store for Elton. I'll put it that way. I think it was like a sneaker type store.
It was for the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids. It's a sneaker
Yeah.
store. It is. It's called Sugar Kicks, and it's spelled
Like
S.
young fashionable kicks.
Exactly.
And the Sugar Kicks is SUGARKIKZ. So the owner, I guess, was probably young.
he
is my
did.
guess.
Yeah, he was. He's like, I didn't know who it was.
Okay, and he's like, I didn't know who he
In the
was.
photograph, can you see the bodyguard mopping up the urine?
In the background.
This poor guy.
This is a knight of the British Empire.
That's right.
Well, knights be where they want.
How about that? A lot of people are saying, well, he had to go, and you're denying him bathroom access. What? No.
We live in a society. There are
Yeah.
rules.
You can't.
I do feel like if he had said, I'm Elton John, can I use your bathroom? I bet the guy would have been like, yeah.
Because there's a bathroom in the back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, most places have bathrooms.
But you don't want.
Not everything's public.
You don't let everybody into the back.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nobody generally. But I don't, honestly, I don't think just because you're Elton John, you should get to bend the rules like that. Everybody's got a bladder, It's like everybody has to go to the bathroom. Even if he had said, I'm Elton John, I think I
The
would.
fact too, he was unrecognizable. I mean, I bet he's. I
5
don't
foot
know.
nothing.
He's 5'0". He's been a little portly, and he probably didn't have his hair on.
No, he looked like Elton John.
He did.
He
This
did?
is just a young guy who did not know who Elton John
Right.
was.
I mean,
That is
big
all it
spectac-
boils
big
down to.
glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the I mean, there is no doubt that's Elton John.
Yeah.
Now
the-
he's dressed casual.
Yeah.
But that's Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
Did the owner ask for the urine bottle as a keepsake?
I would.
Yeah, sell that.
It's Elton John's big.
Put it in the window.
Yeah.
Take that over to the Louvre. Take the loo to the Louvre.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to get something out of it. That is over the
That's
line. I
gross.
cannot cut him any slack.
No.
You have to go to another store somewhere.
He's not 80. Is he 80?
It could be close.
Close, upper 70s probably. But either way, I don't care what. You can't pee in a bottle in a store that has just told you can't use the bathroom. And then tell your man to clean up the slosh.
My manservant.
It's disgusting. Jess, you're talking about Elton John peeing in the store. Go ahead.
Well, he is an older gentleman. He's probably got prostate issues,
Well.
maybe some urge incontinence.
Maybe.
And it was I got to go now.
Well, maybe.
And at least he was polite and moved away from everybody.
What he said. Yeah.
I guess.
That's what. And
Yeah,
he
you're
over-
right.
that is the account that he moved off to the side.
Peed in the clearance area?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did his bodyguard kind of spread out to give him some privacy?
Tried to hide what was going on.
Yeah.
But the urine got onto the floor.
Apparently, he just turned away at least from everybody in a
Right,
corner and
right.
did it.
It's a bottle of choice. What
Thank
was
you,
it?
Jess.
Do we know?
A water bottle.
Evian?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, these are the times you want a Gatorade.
Yeah, you want a wide mouth.
You want a wide
Boy,
mouth.
you do. Isn't that the truth?
I mean, because if you got at his age,
Oh, yeah.
we got to hit the target.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Remember
Maybe
that?
that's why he splashed. He missed.
Yeah, he missed. That's what he did. And he
He's-
probably got his own hand
He's
wet.
had to zero in on the target.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
You ever had to pee in a bottle? Like when I was a kid, I had to pee in a bottle once, I think, in the car. And I filled it up.
Yeah. Oh, of course you
Oh,
did.
you weren't done?
Of
I
course.
wasn't done.
Well, yeah, a water bottle.
Now what?
So I had to pinch it off, and
Yeah. Then you're in more trouble.
you just sit there. At least you feel a little better.
The water bottle is too small.
But you're 8 years old,
Of course.
Yeah.
You held it as long as you could.
as long as you could.
And the pinch off is not easy, especially for a man Elton's age. So
Exactly. That's what the caller was saying.
Well, he overflowed.
Yeah, he
he
overflowed.
did overflow that. That's right. All right. Can you cut him some slack? A first-time flyer in China, this is overseas again, accidentally opened the emergency exit of a plane while it was still on the ground before it was taxiing, thinking it was the toilet door. And they had to ground the flight and get everybody off, and the slides then open up. He thought it was the bathroom door, and he had never flown before in his early 20s. Apologized profusely, but there was
It's
nothing.
like the airbag going off. It takes.
Yeah.
I think it takes a while to get those things back.
Oh,
in.
yeah. They had delayed the flight several hours now.
I would not at all.
You don't cut slack for that.
Not one bit.
You put him in a work camp, Biggie?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how you can think that's the.
After
You're looking out
after
the
They,
window.
they do make it pretty.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking out
obvious.
where do you think the bathroom is? Come on.
Yeah.
And it is marked with a big,
Yeah.
you get the giant handle, the
Yeah.
two-part
Yeah.
thing.
In fact, they had to relocate the passengers to a hotel. It was overnight before they could get the flight going.
Of course.
Again. And they gave them each $55 each American money to spend at the hotel. So it cost the airline quite a bit. They're going to try to go after this guy to get it back because he accidentally opened the door.
They ain't getting it back.
It's pretty rough.
He's going to be in the camp.
That is a
Going camping.
I agree.
He'll be mining soon.
I can't cut any slack there either. Overseas as well now, in Barcelona, residents are so upset with tourism that they are now spraying tourists at popular destinations with squirt guns.
In Barcelona.
I can't cut them any slack.
A squirt gun?
A squirt gun in Barcelona. Because what's happened is it's become a real spot for international summer travel. In fact, last year, 26 million people visited Barcelona, Spain, spending almost $14 billion. But locals are upset because it's driving the price of everything up. You know, because they're getting so much more attention now. People are going to Barcelona. The prices are higher for all the stuff that the locals buy. So they're trying to drive tourists away by spraying spray.
Wonder how they spot the tourists.
They're chewing gum and wearing blue jeans.
Do you know, where was I? I was on the continent in Italy.
Oh, well.
It's the first time I heard the term Touron, because I was wearing my NBC Sports hat and I had I was getting ready to go scuba diving off the coast.
Do you have a camera around your neck?
I had a camera and one of the I had my snorkeling wear around my neck, and someone said, "You look like a Touron." I said, "What do you mean? What is that?"
Is that good?
I had to have it explained to me what a Touron is.
Yeah.
So you can't cut these Barcelonans any slack.
No.
Because they're just spraying people.
Yeah, tourists are money, as we've heard.
Of course.
And Spain's hot, man. I mean, I don't mean weather-wise. It's just a place to be for some reason this
why?
year.
What is it about Spain?
I guess
think the prices are low.
Yeah, I think
the attractions are great.
Been affordable. It's beautiful.
So that's what the locals say. It was affordable. Now the prices are going up because so many people
I mean, it's easy to fly. From the U.S., it's very easy to fly to Portugal
right
and
into
Spain.
Madrid. Yep.
I wouldn't mind going. I hear Spain is real, and I hadn't heard a lot of people go to Italy or France, but I hear Spain is a really nice place to go. Now I won't know it because I'll never fly.
He's just heard over the pickleball net.
Yeah, I do hear that.
My kid likes it. He lives there.
He lives in Spain.
He lives in Rota.
And he likes it.
He likes it okay.
Yeah.
I think he likes Portugal better.
I hear Portugal's a great spot.
They go up to Portugal and drink on the weekends.
Is that right?
Him and his buddies.
He loves that.
But Spain's good.
Yeah, well, that's what I keep
And
hearing.
he likes Amsterdam.
To England.
In a certain district there.
Can you cut him some slack? This is England. Wimbledon is going on. And Novak Djokovic was playing recently.
Last night.
Was this last night? The player's name is Roger Rune or Runa.
I think it's Runa.
Okay, so Runa is playing against Djokovic. And, I hadn't heard of Runa. But the crowd there, anytime Runa would hit a good shot, would go, Rune. You know how that's done.
Mm-hmm.
For years and years that's happened. And in fact, when it happened, Novak Djokovic was confused by it and had a look on his face like, why are they booing me?
I think Novak doesn't know. I think it's the rune. It's the runes. And he's like, what are they booing? He thinks they're booing.
Novak is like,
WTF.
Yeah, he's looking at the crowd like, why are you booing me?
Really?
I'm number one in the world. Hello.
Yeah, and everybody's going, Rune. And he says, well, stop.
That dance?
Yeah, apparently it is. And he's played the guy. They went on to say, he's played him in New York. The same thing happened 3 years ago. And apparently he didn't remember that. So during the changeover, Runa leaned back and said during the commercial break, hey, they're just saying Rune. And Djokovic was smiling a bit.
Speculating, but in that changeover, Rune kind of leaned back and behind the chair umpire spoke to Djokovic. I think he was trying to explain that the crowd is not booing.
They're ruining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Djokovic just laughed and shook his head.
But he never seemed to get it. Okay, so Djokovic is the number one player in the world. He won the match, as you can imagine. Runa is, not nearly as highly ranked. So Djokovic wins the match, and afterwards they interview him right there on the court, and he makes reference to it, and he's still angry after the match.
People that have chosen to disrespect the player, in this case me, have a good night. Good night, good night.
Biggie's going double fingers. You're not cutting him any slack because he didn't understand what was going on.
No.
He's still mad about it.
So once it's explained to you, too.
Well, then
he doesn't like it.
But the chair umpire says, or the
interviewer
says, I think you're misunderstanding. They were not booing. I don't think they were disrespecting him.
I'm hoping that they were just commenting on Runa and that they weren't disrespecting you. They were.
So
He's salty.
Novak is, he's got a little attitude issue there, doesn't he? He didn't like that one bit. I agree. Everybody knows that's what they're doing.
That's been around in sports as long as there have been names that rhyme.
Absolutely.
I remember the old, he's not saying boo, they're saying
Lou for Lou Piniella. It's Lou Piniella. My dad had to explain that to me. I was watching Lou Piniella play for the Yankees in 1979, and the crowd in Yankee Stadium started going, Lou, and I said, why are they booing him?
Yeah, the announcers would have to make it clear they're not booing.
They're saying, Lou. But now we all know it. I mean, it's been 100 years.
Panthers did it with Luke Kuechly when he
got the quarterback.
Exactly. Every
You'd hear it
team,
after every play.
Every team has somebody with a name that sounds
It's fun
like
for the
that.
fans.
Of course.
My son at a golf tournament followed, was it Say Woo Kim?
Yeah.
They wooed him.
And every time he hit a shot, they'd go, woo. And he had them dragged off the court, but off the course. But still, come on, Novak Djokovic, you got to know a little better than that.
Nobody like that, man.
There's a God, you're talking about peeing into a bottle. This is from Elton John, who peed into a bottle in a shoe store in France, and we did not cut him any slack. Remember the actress Evangeline Lilly, who was on Lost, and she told on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno long ago, when Lost was a big hit show, she had been dating a guy who
was also on the show. I think.
On the show, Dominic something. And he had to pee in the water bottle. And the same thing. And while they were traveling. And she told that story.
Just the other day, I was driving around Honolulu with my friend, and this friend happened to be male and happened to need to take a leak. And we didn't have anywhere to do that. But I had some empty bottles in my car, so he ended up going in the bottle.
Okay.
And, screwed up the bottle and left it in the car.
Luna.
I mean, the bottles aren't very big. It wasn't one of those big, wide mouth bottles.
Not only was he little,
yeah,
but he was also really healthy, apparently, because his urine was very clear. And a while later, when I was cleaning out my car, there were 3 bottles in my car that had 3/4 full of water. And I thought, I'm a healthy person. What do I do with this? I'm going to down all of these bottles of water and recycle the bottles. So I open up the first bottle, and I start to chug. And I chug, and I chug, and I chug, and all of a sudden I think this water's stale. Oh, no. This water is not stale, this is urine. And it goes all over my cardboard, I spew it all out, and I had drank at least 5 big chugs of my friend's urine.
5 chugs.
Yeah,
5 big chugs before she knew even that it was the urine. Do you think Elton John's urine is so clear that
No. I don't think there was any confusion.
You know what he eats?
You think he's got more of a yellow,
lower tint?
Yeah.
A little deep yellow to his
I wonder
urine?
if Bernie Taupin could write something to that. I peed in a bottle in a French shoe store.
Well,
Yellow brick load.
Yeah.
Well, Biggie did a recreation, dramatic recreation. That's what it sounded like in that shoe store up in Sugar Kicks when he was peeing into the bottles.